Joining me now is America's accountant, Dan Geltrude. He is the go-to man for all things McDonald's. I have been reliably informed. So, Dan, thank you so much for being here. Your thoughts on Valentine's Day at McDonald's, yay or nay?
Well, I'm going to have to push back on you a little bit here, Addison, respectfully. So, going back many years, right? So, we're talking about the 80s. I have to tell you, McDonald's was a go-to for many dates for me, and I think I was pretty successful. And on top of that, I'm even going to say, for those very lucky girls that I took out to McDonald's back in the day, I bet you they still remember my order. So that's staying power for you. So I'm all in on McDonald's for Valentine's Day. I'm not saying I'd get away with it now. All I'm saying is history says it worked for me.
Well, you know, if history says it, maybe history will repeat itself for these gentlemen who wish to take their girlfriends to McDonald's. And I suppose, Dan, with inflation being the way it is, McDonald's is not that cheap anymore. So you know, it may not be considered fine dining, but it's certainly becoming more priced like fine dining, isn't it?
Well, listen, that's very true. McDonald's is certainly not a cheap date anymore, but you know, for me, it's all about the food. I'm a Big Mac guy, so when we're talking about those two all beef patties, and don't let me go on and on here because I could feel myself falling here, Addison. That's how I feel about McDonald's. Has a very special place in my heart, although I'm not saying that's the case for everyone, but I think if you get the right couple going to McDonald's for the right reason, like Valentine's Day, I say the sparks could fly.
If it's true love, it shouldn't matter the place. Just that you have each other. Right, Dan? My girlfriend's watching this. She's probably going to push back on that point after the show. Dan, I got to switch gears and get to this. Some more fast food news. This perhaps much more disturbing. I think we can both agree on that than this McDonald's story. Chick-fil-A will test a cauliflower sandwich in its first plant-based pilot. They are making no more chicken on this sandwich, at least. They are rolling out a pilot, I believe, in 3 different locations starting today. So you can go, depending on the state you live in, and pick up a Chick-fil-A cauliflower sandwich. Your thoughts, Dan?
Well, my thoughts here are not as positive as when we were talking about McDonald's. So here's where I am about any time we're talking about taking vegetables and having them taste like meat. I just think that process doesn't work. I assume that the people out there that are interested in a cauliflower chicken sandwich, hold the chicken, are looking for a healthy alternative, perhaps. I don't see what's healthy about taking a vegetable like cauliflower and then converting that into a chicken. It just seems to me that there's too much going on that defy the laws of nature where it would be healthy. So I'm going to go with, if you're going to Chick-fil-A, then just eat the chicken and forget about cauliflower. Make cauliflower on your own at home.
Yeah, well, they're a little late to the party as is. They said that this is supposed to be a competitor to Burger King and their Impossible Whopper and all of these impossible foods and Beyond Meats cropping up in fast food restaurants. Chick-fil-A seems to be doing just fine the way it is. You know, I can't go to a Chick-fil-A without 3 lines wrapped around the building and people standing out the door, Dan. So they seem to be doing just fine without the plant-based. Is there really going to be that big of a marketing opportunity, of a money niche to be had here?
I don't think so. I don't think that we're going to see wraparound lines waiting for a cauliflower that tastes like chicken. This is one of those examples. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Yeah. So you got your success with chicken. To me, chicken is healthy enough. And listen, Chick-fil-A makes it taste really good, no question about it, even though I'm a McDonald's guy. So why mess with that success? It doesn't make sense to me. And listen, I had a taste of an Impossible Burger not that long ago, and I have to tell you, from my perspective, it was impossible for me to like it. So that's where I am on this whole movement here, Addison.
I don't touch the stuff, Dan. I don't think I could bring myself to it. Just mentally, I can't muster the mental courage to take a bite out of this lab synthesized, whatever you want to call it. It's not even called meat. It's not even meat. I don't know why they pretend to call it meat. Dan, I hate to put you on the spot before we go. McDonald's chicken sandwich or Chick-fil-A chicken sandwich, which one are you choosing?
Well, if we're only talking about chicken, I'll go Chick-fil-A. I hate to say it and go against my beloved Golden Arches. However, if we're talking about burgers, nothing compares to Mickey D's for me.
I'm sure Ronald McDonald will forgive you for it. Dan Geltrude, America's Accountant, thank you so much for being here.
Thanks, Addison.